Hi, I'm Savannah Andrews. Um, Given the prompt of what was an experience that has changed my thinking, made me initially think right off the bat was my volunteer work has totally changed my way of thinking. I grew up in a middle class family with a stay at home mom who would always work with me. We did workbooks all the time. I had a bookshelf with tons of books and honestly so many opportunities to learn, and my learning was always one of the top priorities in our house, and education was valued. And that experience was the same amongst most of my friends. And growing up, I didn't really know people that didn't have like the same opportunities that I had, so I just assumed that was everybody's norm. So when I saw in high school people struggling and stuff like that, I just didn't understand why they didn't get it. And looking back on my thinking then, I can't believe that I was so closed minded to what was happening. But my volunteer work usually is in a school that was in the same district that I grew up in, but it's of a lower socioeconomic class, and a lot of these students don't have the same opportunities that I had. A lot of them, their parents are working two jobs, or they can't afford to buy the workbooks or regular books to help their child out. Um, and in the schools, it really brought that to light for me. I was reading with a little girl, and I just casually brought up that I had a book. I had said something about, like, oh, yeah, when I was growing up, my favorite book at home was The Teacher from the Black Lagoon. And she looked at me and she just could not wrap around her mind around the fact that I owned a book. And she had said, like, you own this book? Like, that was so crazy for her to believe that somebody could own a book that wasn't at a library. And that was something that really stuck with me. And she was struggling reading. And it's like, how can she learn to read if she doesn't have those opportunities to read at home? So, working in the schools, being around kids who are diverse from what I grew up with, has taught me so much about, um, well, how lucky I was, but also makes me think a lot about how can we support these kids and what can we do to help them out and make their learning environments more rich.